Of course. Here's the complete, logically structured, rewritten article based on your provided plot points, with a different wording and organization, around 6,000 characters long, and fully in English. In the intricate world of General Hospital, long-buried secrets are about to surface, and the consequences could reshape relationships across Port Charles. As tensions mount, a series of confessions and revelations threatens to unravel the careful lies and delicate alliances so many characters have depended upon. This week, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, Amanda Seddon, finally reaches a breaking point. After weeks of dodging accusations and desperately trying to manage her spiraling emotions, Brooke Lynn decides she can no longer carry the heavy burden of her hidden past alone. Facing mounting pressure, she opens up to her formidable grandmother, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, about the one secret she had vowed never to speak of. During her teenage years, she had a pregnancy, and the child was given up for adoption. Brooke Lynn's confession doesn't come from a place of peace but rather from fear. Last week, Brooke Lynn's composure shattered after she discovered that Lulu Spencer, Emma Ryland, had written a scathing article centered around an adoption, a story that hit far too close to home. In a moment of rage, Brooke Lynn confronted Lulu, warning her that if she pushed too hard, the consequences could be devastating. Yet Brooke Lynn knew deep down that Lulu was capable of exposing everything. With Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, Brooke Lynn's former flame and, unbeknownst to him, the father of her child, now in the loop thanks to Lulu's scheming, Brooke Lynn realizes the truth will inevitably come out. Hoping to maintain some control over her narrative, she chooses to tell Tracy herself, admitting not only to the pregnancy but also revealing that her mother, Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofer, had orchestrated the adoption. However, Brooke Lynn's attempt to stay ahead of the scandal may only entangle her further. She mentions St. Ignatius, the Catholic agency supposedly responsible for handling the adoption. This detail, though seemingly innocuous, raises Tracy's suspicions. Tracy has lived too many years in the cutthroat world of the Quartermaines to take anything at face value, and a quick investigation could reveal that St. Ignatius either never existed or had been defunct for decades. If Tracy digs deeper, Brooke Lynn's carefully crafted version of the past might collapse, exposing even darker deceptions. Meanwhile, Lulu's relentless pursuit of the truth gains unexpected momentum. After a heated conversation with Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grand, Lulu's investigative instincts are piqued. Discussing the complexities of adoption with Alexis, who herself had been forced to give up her daughter Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, years ago under the manipulative hand of Michael Cassadine, Lulu begins connecting dots that others have missed. During their talk, Alexis, perhaps inadvertently, reveals that St. Ignatius no longer operates, casting immediate doubt on Brooke Lynn's story. Sensing an opportunity, Lulu digs further, realizing that the entire narrative surrounding the adoption could have been fabricated by Lois and her mother, Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta. Armed with this knowledge, Lulu confronts Brooke Lynn, throwing her once secret past into utter disarray. As all of this unfolds, another crisis brews in Port Charles, centered around Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi. Kristina's world is about to be rocked by revelations involving her mother, Alexis. Suspicious bond papers and hidden actions threaten to upend Kristina's already fragile trust. On Monday, Kristina and her sister, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Baganos, demand answers from Alexis. By the end of the week, Max Scorpio, John J. York, becomes involved after news about a troubling case surfaces. In between, Alexis faces a terrible choice: either continue the lies or tell her daughters the devastating truth. Alexis desperately wants to protect her daughters from the fallout. She knows that if Kristina learns the full extent of the betrayal, that Alexis stole money meant for Ace Cassadine, Jay and Joey Clay, to cover her misdeeds, the consequences could be catastrophic. Especially now that Ava Jerome, Maura West, holds proof of Alexis's wrongdoing and is using it to blackmail her. Faced with no good options, Alexis leans toward confession. However, she wishes she could shield Molly from the truth for a little while longer, perhaps hoping to explain things more delicately to Kristina first. Yet Kristina's insistence that Molly remain by her side leaves Alexis with no room to maneuver. Ironically, the revelation may not break Kristina as expected. Instead, it might prompt her to make a shocking decision, voluntarily committing herself to Shadybrook Asylum. Knowing that her mental health has been fragile and feeling the immense pressure of her mother's lies and Ava's threats, Kristina might see Shadybrook not as punishment but as an escape, a place where she can heal without the constant weight of her family's betrayals crushing her. Still, choosing Shadybrook would not erase the pain. Kristina's knowledge that Alexis, her own mother, would stoop so low as to steal from a helpless child could leave scars that never fully heal. And even as Kristina retreats from the battlefield, the war among the Corinthos and Davis families will rage on. In the days ahead, viewers can expect explosive confrontations, devastating revelations, and the destruction of bonds once thought unbreakable. For Brooke Lynn, Lulu, Alexis, and Kristina, the choices they make now will determine whether they can ever reclaim the shattered pieces of their lives, or whether the past will forever hold them hostage. Would you also like me to create a second, even slightly different version, a little more intense and emotional, so you can choose which one you like better? Glowing Star.